Yo, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to do a little video. Let me turn this up. A little video for you guys. Just the outlook of what I'm seeing going into these markets for this upcoming trading week. Um, Last week with it being NFP, we absolutely crushed it. There's words I want to say, but I can't. But we crushed it, and we plan to do the same this week as well. Um, I hope you guys take full advantage of the free stuff. Like, again, free stuff we're going to be putting in this YouTube. We will be putting links to our free chats and stuff like that. So definitely take advantage. For anyone that does want to go up to the paid membership, it's always available. You don't have to do it. We're always here to help. But I would say take advantage, right? So, coming off of last week, we were pretty much bearish for the most part of the week. And right now we're looking at the NASDAQ. I'm trading futures currently, so we're just going to take a look at that. We were pretty much bearish going into the week. We did have a lot of opportunities for buys, but for the overall movement of the market, we were bearish. We do have a daily fair value gap that I do see price coming lower first before we go higher. So I'm looking for price to reach this area and then start to trade higher. For the overall bias of the week, I want to see buys after we see this daily fair value gap get taken. Now, one thing I do want to point out is on other pairs, we have already traded into these. Let me show it on actual US 30 because this was not as clear. US 30 has already traded into this 4-hour fair value gap. We did tap it, so we could still come back down. On SPX, we fully traded into it. This would be the daily fair value gap. We fully traded into it. We have another one below. I don't see SPX coming down here any lower, so I'm going to look for price to pretty much break higher. We have a what we call a smart money divergence, or just a divergence between these three pairs, meaning either one created a low, one created a higher low, or one didn't reach that area as the other two pairs did. Right. So, with that being said, I am overall looking for buys, but specifically on NAS or NQ, I do want to see price reach this area first. If for whatever reason we don't get that price action, then I'm obviously going to look for price to go bullish from the start of the week, right? Now let's dig a little bit deeper into the 15-minute. Let's go to the 1 hour. Currently, this is, fresh trading week, so we don't have a completed structure as of right now. Market just opened a couple hours ago, so really nothing to really go off of yet. However, we aren't sitting too far from this area. So for London, I do want to see price reach down into the daily fair value gap. What I'm kind of seeing is London sells. Let me write this out. London sells to New York buys. That's kind of what I'm picturing right now. Basically, we'll go down, do something like this. It's not gonna be exactly that for all the people that are new to trading, right? We're not wizards in these markets. We're just trying to build a basis or an idea of what we can expect to happen. Cool. Just going based off this structure, I marked out this box just to kind of get an idea of how price is going to react. This is what we call a breaker. We'll get into all these different concepts later on as we keep posting more videos, but what I am seeing is price had already traded through it. I only marked this at the open because if price stayed above, I'd be looking for buys. If price, obviously like it is doing now, broke below, then I'm looking for those sells. So, like I said, going to the London session, I'm going to be looking for sells on NASDAQ or NQ, whatever you guys want to call it. If for whatever reason London wants to buy first, then I'm going to look for New York sells and then New York PM, right? We have an AM session and a PM session, morning and afternoon. If AM sells, then we're going to look for afternoon buys, essentially. So either way, I'm still looking for these sells to happen first and then for buys to happen second. Cool. 5-minute chart, still really nothing going crazy. I do want to see the Asia session stay in a consolidation, meaning I don't want to see a big range. And what I mean by range is if we just highlight this box, I don't want it to be bigger, right? If we get any bigger, and let's say for instance, if we take these lows from our central bank dealing range, it's kind of going to slow down the volume going into London. If we have a slow Asia, we have more volume going into New York and London, or I should say London and New York. Right. For all my Forex people out there that are going to be subscribing and have traded with me in the past, I am heavily focusing on futures right now. So I will not be looking at any Forex pairs. I might take a peek. I might drop a video about what could happen or some. Maybe I looked at it one day and decided to make a video. I don't know. But I am not actively trading foreign exchange right now. I'm not trading currencies, commodities. I am strictly trading futures only due to all the regulations that have been taking place. There's more structure, more regulations, more registrations of brokers and prop firms on the future side if you're in the US. So that's, what I'm going to be focusing on. For all the people, again, that have traded with me in the past, everything is the same. I'm not changing my strategies. I'm not doing anything different. Solely just looking at the chart and trying to build a basis, right? Cool. So with that being said, last thing I'm going to look at is the DXY dollar index for people that don't know that. We are dipping lower, right? We are dipping lower. If we go to like a higher time frame chart, we have some points that we can trade into. For example, monthly fair value gap. Most likely price is going to reach this area. We never made a higher high, so we're most likely going to reach this area. That's not really going to affect these I guess we could call them the indexes or any of the futures. That's not really going to affect ES, NQ, or YMH, right? Or sorry, YM. If it's just not like they don't really line up, so I wouldn't really take the dollar index into effect when you guys are looking at your charts, right? If you're looking at Forex, different story. Dollar index really helps. For example, I'll show you guys one thing. If we're selling the dollar, we're buying EU, we're buying GU, we're buying AU, right? That's just how it works, right? But regardless, like I said again, I'm strictly sticking with futures, and you guys will later on start to see why I'm doing that as more videos start to come out, right? But I hope this first video, again, this is just an overview of what I expect this week. We will have more content dropped on this channel, probably updated stuff, but we'll just expect a lot for you guys. Cool. Hope to see you guys back in the next video, and let's just kill it this week.